God says, Archangel Michael says, it's only for you, beloved one. There are only 5 minutes left in the clock of heaven before the door closes to a moment that was written for your life. The winds of the Spirit are moving faster than you think, and if you listen now, every cell of your being will feel what heaven has been trying to whisper for months. It's not a coincidence you found this message now. It is not random. Every tear you cried, every sleepless night, every moment you looked at the sky asking if God heard you, this is your answer. Heaven says, yes, we heard you, and the answer is unfolding now, but it requires your attention this very instant. Archangel Michael is standing near you. His wings drawn wide, his sword shining with the reflection of your destiny. He is not angry, but there is sorrow in his eyes because he knows how many times you doubted your worth. He says, my child, there are 5 minutes left for you to make a choice, to believe that you are being rewritten by the light of God, or to sink again into the noise of fear. You have walked through shadows that tried to make you forget who you are. The voices around you spoke doubt, but heaven is erasing every lie right now. Michael says, if you ignore this message, I will step back, not because I don't love you, but because free will must finish its work. If you open your heart now, I will never leave you again. God says the shift that is about to enter your life will not come quietly. It will be the kind of change that makes everything make sense, the losses, the betrayals, the delays. They were not punishments, they were setups for divine correction. You will soon see people revealing their true colors, masks will fall off like leaves from an autumn tree. Those who pretended to love you will show their intentions, and those who truly loved you will be lifted to meet you at the next level. Heaven says, do not panic when this happens. It is not destruction, it is construction. Everything The angels whisper that your name is being spoken in places you've never imagined. There are meetings happening, phone calls being made, opportunities aligning. You might not see it yet, but threads of divine design are pulling together in silence. The reason you have felt restless is because your spirit senses the shift. God says, I am not finished with you. I am preparing you for a season that will not resemble your past. Every mistake you made will be turned into instruction for your future. Every closed door will lead to a bigger gate. But first, you must believe this message was meant for you. Michael's wings flicker with light as he kneels beside you. He says your name softly and places his hand over your heart. He tells you to breathe. Every breath you take now is a declaration that you are staying alive for a divine reason. The world tried to convince you that you were small, but heaven laughs at that notion. You were created to hold light in the middle of storms. That is why the darkness fought you so hard. If only you knew how many attacks failed because angels stood between you and harm. There were nights when unseen hands shielded you from danger. There were mornings when you woke up not knowing that you had just survived what was meant to destroy you. God says you have entered a countdown of miracles. Within minutes, spiritually speaking, the locks are turning. There will be a moment when everything that confused you suddenly clicks. A text, a phone call, a meeting, a revelation, it will arrive like thunder followed by peace. And when it does, you will understand why heaven said, "Don't give up." Archangel Michael repeats, 5 minutes left. Not to frighten you, but to awaken you. It means time is sacred now. Every thought, every word, every action you choose must align with faith. You cannot afford to speak doubt anymore, for your words are seeds, and the soil is ready. The angels are rewriting timelines in your favor. Contracts that once bound you in fear are being torn in the spirit. People who owe you karmic debts will return with unexpected blessings, sometimes through apology, sometimes through silence. You will see justice unfold in ways that humble the proud and uplift the patient. God says, "I have seen every injustice, and now the scales are turning." In the spiritual realm, a door marked new beginning has been unlocked. Michael stands beside it, holding a scroll that carries your new instructions. He says the scroll has your name engraved in light, and on it are written the words, "This one is ready." You might feel chills as you read this, because your soul recognizes truth. Heaven is aligning you with people who will not drain your energy but multiply your purpose. The next circle around you will be different. They will carry your name in prayer, not gossip. They will protect your absence as much as they honor your presence. God says, "The ones who betrayed you thought they buried you, but they didn't know you were a seed." You are about to rise in front of those who wrote you off. The same voices that said you wouldn't make it will speak your name with awe. Do not seek revenge, your glow will be your vindication. Your peace will be your proof. Michael smiles now, his tears turning to golden light. He says, "You passed the hardest tests. Now the rewards begin." Heaven is asking you to be still for a moment. Place your hand on your heart. Feel it beat. That rhythm is divine evidence that God has not given up on you. The fact that you're still here means the story isn't over. Every breath you take now counts toward your rebirth. Michael begins to write in the air before you, letters of fire spelling words you have longed to hear. You are chosen. The letters shimmer and fall into your soul, and you can almost feel warmth spreading through you. That warmth is your confirmation. It is not imagination, it is energy. It is heaven saying yes. The Spirit of God moves now over your circumstances. Bills, relationships, health, confusion, all of it is being reordered. The pieces that never fit are clicking into divine alignment. God says, "I am replacing exhaustion with renewal. I am exchanging your fear for clarity. You will soon wake up with sudden direction, knowing what to do without overthinking." People will ask, "How did you know?" And you will smile and say, "God told me." The 5 minutes symbolically represent a short window, a call to awaken before the next chapter begins. Heaven wants you to prepare your environment for newness. Clean the space around you, release clutter. Delete the numbers that keep pulling you backward. Forgive those who never apologized. Every act of release is a spiritual key. The lighter you travel, the faster your blessings find you. Michael's voice trembles with both power and tenderness. Do not ignore this, he says again. If you ignore this, I cannot intervene. You must give heaven permission by believing. That is how spiritual law works. God will not violate your free will. You must say yes. You must whisper, I receive. Those two words open gates in heaven. You might think it's too late for your miracle, but heaven laughs at clocks. Divine timing is not measured by hours but by readiness. You are ready now. God says, you will not end in the place you started. I am about to make your name a testimony. Michael continues, the energy around you is shifting. Your dreams will begin to speak louder. Pay attention to symbols, numbers repeating. Feathers, songs that play at the exact moment you think of something. These are confirmations. The spiritual world is speaking through patterns. God says, this is your season of restoration. What was stolen from you will return multiplied. I will restore years, not just things. You will regain confidence, joy, and peace. The angels are rejoicing because this message reached you in time. You might not see them, but the air around you is alive with light. There are only moments left before the shift completes. Heaven counts differently, but the countdown is real. God says, by the time you finish reading this, something in the unseen will have already begun to move. You will notice changes in how you feel, lightness, sudden hope, even tears. These are not random reactions, they are signs of release. Michael says, let it happen. The tears are healing codes washing away the residue of fear. God continues, I am sending help. It may come through unexpected people, through sudden kindness, through divine coincidence. You will not walk alone anymore. You may feel lonely now, but that is temporary. The people meant for your next level are already being positioned. Heaven says, remember this day. Mark it. Because when you look back, you will say, that was the day everything began to change. Archangel Michael's final words come like a vow, you are protected. You are loved. You are seen. Do not doubt again. His sword flashes once, releasing a burst of light that breaks every spiritual chain tied to your past. You may not see it, but the atmosphere around you shifts as he does this. God says, from this moment forward, you will notice grace where there was struggle. Doors will open without effort. Conversations will flow in your favor. Health will return to weary places. Hope will bloom in broken ground. Heaven reminds you that nothing is impossible. Even the situation you thought was dead is only sleeping. Speak life over it. Speak belief. Every word you say with faith sends ripples through creation. Michael leans close once more and whispers, "I am always near when you call my name." The light around you thickens, almost humming. You realize something sacred is present. The message has become a living energy. It is no longer just words, it is power. And then God's voice fills the space one final time. 5 minutes are not about fear. They are about awakening. You have reached the moment I designed before you were born. Rise, child. The change begins now. God says, Archangel Michael says, "My beloved child, hear me now with the urgency of your life, with the alertness of your spirit, because this is not a moment to hesitate, this is not a time to question, this is a divine instruction sent directly from heaven to you. Personally, intimately, with the deepest concern for your soul, your life, and the massive changes that are about to unfold. 5 minutes remain, and I say 5 minutes because time, as you know it, is collapsing around you, the old doors are closing, the new portals are opening, and if you do not act now, if you do not receive this message with the immediacy it demands, I will not be able to intervene in the ways that you need, I will not be able to protect, to guide, to elevate you. Open your heart, open your mind, open your very spirit, and understand this. The next moments are critical, monumental, transformative, and they are intended solely for you. Archangel Michael stands before you now. His presence so powerful that the air trembles, that the ground beneath your feet hums with the energy of heaven itself. He weeps not tears of sorrow but of urgency, of the deepest need for your compliance, your willingness to embrace what is coming. He says, "My child, for too long you have hesitated, you have doubted, you have questioned, and the divine timing has been delayed, but no longer. Now, the window." Question. Do not allow your human hesitation to interfere with the divine orchestration. Your life, your destiny, your very soul depends upon this action. 5 minutes remain. 5 minutes that could determine the difference between ascendancy and delay, between receiving your miracle or standing on the sidelines while it unfolds for someone else. Open it quickly, for these instructions are your key, your map, your beacon. Ignore it, and you will never find the clarity that heaven intended for you, never find the intervention that was always meant to come to you. Archangel Michael's sword glows with a light that pierces through the veil of darkness surrounding you. He says, "My child, there are forces in motion, forces that have been aligned against you, forces that have been patiently waiting for your inaction. But now, I am here to clear the way, to strike down the chains, to open the doors. 5 minutes remain for you to step into the divine flow. If you ignore this, I will not be able to protect you the next time these forces attempt to ensnare you. Heaven's patience is not infinite, and the timing is now. Hear this, my beloved. The change is coming. Question. Do not allow your human hesitation to interfere with the divine orchestration. Your life, your destiny, your very soul depends upon this action. 5 minutes remain. 5 minutes that could determine the difference between ascendancy and delay, between receiving your miracle or standing on the sidelines while it unfolds for someone else. Open it quickly, for these instructions are your key, your map, your beacon. Ignore it, and you will never find the clarity that heaven intended for you, never find the intervention that was always meant to come to you. Archangel Michael's sword glows with a light that pierces through the veil of darkness surrounding you. He says, "My child, there are forces in motion, forces that have been aligned against you, forces that have been patiently waiting for your inaction. But now, I am here to clear the way, to strike down the chains, to open the doors. 5 minutes remain for you to step into the divine flow. If you ignore this, I will not be able to protect you the next time these forces attempt to ensnare you. Heaven's patience is not infinite, and the timing is now. Hear this, my beloved. The change is coming. Are both visible and invisible. Financial blessings are aligned, but they will not manifest without your obedience. Relationships that have been stagnant, blocked, or burdened with deception will be transformed, but only if you move now. Health, clarity, spiritual power, and even protection from hidden dangers will come to you, but only if you respond. Every second counts, every heartbeat matters, every thought, every willingness to act in alignment with this divine message is what will open the floodgates. I say to you, for years you may have prayed, for years you may have hoped, for years you may have waited for a sign, for intervention, for clarity. This is it. This is the moment. 5 minutes. Do not let your human mind argue with this. Do not let the distractions of the world cloud your perception. Do not allow fear to paralyze you. Archangel Michael is at your side, the angels are encircling you, and heaven itself is holding its breath, waiting for your action. There is a reason this is only for you. No one else can receive it, no one else can act in your place, no one else has the authority or the connection to the power that is being released for you. This is your appointment with destiny, your moment with divine favor, your opportunity to step into a future that has been prepared since before you were born. Do not let it slip through your fingers. The next 5 minutes are more valuable than years of human effort. More powerful than decades of waiting, more transformative than all the experiences you have ever had combined. Listen to Archangel Michael as he speaks directly to your spirit. I see your hesitation, I see your doubt, I see your fear. But you must act. The forces of light are ready to pour into your life, but they cannot enter until you receive the keys, until you open the instructions, until you acknowledge the moment. 5 minutes, and it is gone. Do not miss this. The time is critical. The power is immeasurable. The reward is beyond comprehend. God speaks through Michael, and God says, "My child, I have prepared this moment for you, a moment when the ordinary will be transformed into extraordinary, when your life will shift from struggle to triumph, from delay to breakthrough, from confusion to clarity. But you must act. I have spoken, heaven has aligned, the angels are present, the energies are ready. All of creation is holding a space for your obedience. 5 minutes remain. Open it. Do not delay. Do not question. Do not ignore. The energy around you is shifting. You may feel it as a pressure, as a stirring in your chest, as a sudden clarity or awareness. That is heaven nudging you, that is Michael preparing you, that is God calling your name with love, urgency, and authority. 5 minutes, my child. 5 minutes to decide, 5 minutes to act, 5 minutes to open the door to your new life. The changes coming are multifaceted. Financial blessings, spiritual empowerment, divine clarity, protection from hidden enemies, revelation of secrets, alignment of relationships, removal of obstacles, acceleration of destiny, manifestation of miracles. All of this is available to you if you act. But if you delay, if you ignore, if you hesitate, you will face not punishment, but a loss of opportunity, a delay that could stretch for months or years before another chance is offered. Archangel Michael says, "Do not rely on your understanding. Do not rely on human. Logic. This is divine. This is supernatural. This is tailored specifically for you. The universe is bending, the angels are moving, heaven is aligning, but your cooperation is essential. Open it now. Time is collapsing. 5 minutes, my child. Can you feel the urgency? Can you feel the pressure? Can you feel the invisible countdown in your spirit? This is not metaphorical. This is literal. 5 minutes to act, 5 minutes to receive, 5 minutes to step into the massive changes that will redefine your life forever. Do not hesitate, do not doubt, do not allow fear, pride, or distraction to rob you of this moment. I tell you again, massive changes are coming. Old enemies will fall. Old limitations will crumble, old heartbreaks will dissolve. New opportunities will arise, doors that were hidden will open, secrets that were buried will be revealed, blessings that were withheld will be released. This is your time, your appointment with destiny, your moment of transformation. But it will not wait. It will not linger. The 5 minutes are ticking, and when they are gone, the alignment, the power, the energy, the favor will be withdrawn. Open it, my child. Open it quickly. Do not think. Do not delay, do not rationalize. Heaven is speaking directly to you. Michael is standing at. There will be massive changes in your life. The currents are already moving. The coincidences you notice, the same numbers, the same songs, the sudden gusts of wind when you speak to God, are confirmations. Your name is being mentioned in rooms you've never entered. Opportunities are traveling toward you, guided by unseen hands. The financial walls that trapped you are cracking, the relationships that confused you are about to be clarified. The dreams you buried are germinating underground. Heaven has timed everything to burst forth together, but listen carefully. If you ignore this call of spirit, the help you crave cannot find you. Archangel Michael says with sorrow, I will never help if you shut the door again. Not as punishment, but because free will is sacred. God never forces the miracle through a closed heart. The angels can only intervene when you say yes. Right now, heaven waits for your yes. God's tears are not of despair, they are rivers of compassion. He cries because he loves you fiercely, and because he remembers the promise he whispered into your soul before you were born. You will rise, no matter what tries to bury you. That promise is still alive. It's humming inside your bloodstream. Each heartbeat is a drumbeat of divine memory saying, you were never abandoned. You have 5 minutes in the realm of spirit, 5 symbolic minutes before the turning of a great wheel. Use them to forgive the people who don't deserve it, to release the bitterness that poisons your blessings, to speak the words I'm ready. Once you do, the shift begins. You'll feel it as warmth behind your chest, as a sudden peace that doesn't make sense, as a door opening where there used to be a wall. That's heaven confirming your readiness. The angels are aligning events even while you read this. Someone who once rejected you is feeling a divine pull to apologize. A lost opportunity is being resurrected. Money that was withheld from you unjustly is finding its way back. There is a letter. A message, a phone call that will appear as coincidence but will mark the beginning of your transformation. God has written your name on someone's conscience. They will not sleep until they bless you. Michael watches, hand resting on his sword, and says, the war is almost over. The one you fought in silence, the one no one understood, it ends tonight. Heaven acknowledges how much strength it took for you to keep believing. Every tear was recorded, every prayer stored like seeds in the soil of time. Now they bloom, but you must stay awake. The enemy works hardest right before the breakthrough. You may notice distractions, old temptations, sudden fear. Recognize them as illusions. The truth is that light has already won. Even now, angels are sealing your home, placing circles of fire around your heart. No weapon, no gossip, no betrayal can cross that flame. God says, tell them I am near. He whispers through Michael, I am not far away, I am the breath inside your lungs. When you exhale, you are releasing what no longer belongs to your future. When you inhale, you are drawing in divine renewal. Each breath is prayer. Each heartbeat is covenant. Your purpose will soon reveal itself like dawn. You will understand why certain doors closed, why delays dragged on, why losses cut so deep. Every disappointment was redirection. Every detour was a lesson in disguise. You were never being punished, you were being prepared. Heaven needed to make sure your heart could handle the weight of what's coming. Do not fear the shaking that's beginning around you. When God rebuilds a life, He allows what is weak to fall away first. The arguments, the sudden endings, the emotional surges, these are signs of construction, not destruction. The old vibration is collapsing so the new can emerge, Archangel Michael says again, 5 minutes left. His tone carries both warning and promise. In that span, make peace with yourself. Release the self-blame. Forgive the younger version of you who didn't know better. Bless the lessons that broke you open. Then stand still and watch what God will do. Heaven's clock ticks differently from Earth's, but symbolically your countdown has started. Every thought you entertain in these next moments is planting the pattern of your next season. Choose faith over fear. Speak blessing, not doubt. Declare aloud, I open myself to divine help. I receive what God has prepared for me. I am not late. I am right on time. God smiles through His tears, seeing that you are starting to understand. The rain outside your window, the sudden calm that washes over you, the unexpected sense of warmth, all these are signals that He has entered your atmosphere. The veil between heaven and your room is paper thin right now. Angels move freely around you, adjusting timelines, softening hearts, clearing paths. You might feel a vibration, a tingling at your neck or shoulders. That's Michael's presence. He's placing his wings around you, saying, no more fear. You are safe. The battle is shifting from your hands to heaven's. You don't have to figure everything out anymore. Just stay aligned, stay kind, stay ready. The next sunrise will bring confirmation. Watch for a sign in threes, 3 words, 3 numbers, 3 unexpected encounters. Heaven communicates in patterns. When you see it, whisper I see you, God, and gratitude will open another door. Every promise delayed will now accelerate. Things that used to take years will unfold in days. You are entering the season of sudden blessings. Expect the unexpected, messages from people you thought were gone, financial openings you didn't chase, healing where doctors said none was possible. But remember the condition: do not ignore this. Heaven can only sustain what you honor. Keep your connection alive through daily gratitude, silent prayer, and compassion for others. When you bless others, you multiply your own harvest. God's voice softens. I'm trying to reach you because I love you too much to let you miss what I made for you. You were never a mistake. Even the chaos served a purpose. What looked like endings were hidden beginnings. What looked like loneliness was divine isolation for revelation. Michael now raises his sword to the sky. Light ripples through the spiritual realm. He declares, "This soul is ready." Immediately, heaven responds. Trumpets sound, not in noise but in vibration. A new energy descends over you, clearing old contracts. This is only the first wave of the message. God says, Archangel Michael says, it's only for you. Heaven is whispering your name, and the entire celestial realm is holding its breath. There are only 5 minutes left before something shifts that will change the entire trajectory of your existence. You are being called, not accidentally, not by chance, but by divine order. God is crying to reach you. His tears are not of anger, but of longing, a sacred longing to bring you back into the fold of divine protection, to awaken you before the moment passes. If you ignore this, Archangel Michael says, he will never be able to intervene again in the same way. There is a window, a moment so small yet so powerful, that heaven itself has bent time to bring you here. You have been feeling it lately, the heaviness, the strange pull in your spirit, the invisible eyes watching, the whispers in your heart when you are alone. Those are not coincidences. They are messages. Signs. Divine alarms ringing through your spirit. The angels have been standing at your door, knocking quietly, hoping you would open. And now, it is not quiet anymore. Michael has unsheathed his sword of light. He stands before the veil, shimmering with urgency, looking into your life with fierce compassion. My beloved, he says, you are out of time. 5 minutes remain before the door closes. Listen now or lose the help you have been crying for. God says, you have been chosen for something that defies human explanation. The pain you've carried, the betrayal you endured, the nights you stayed awake wondering why, none of it was in vain. Heaven has been watching, recording, planning. Every tear you shed was counted. Every moment you felt abandoned was a seed being planted for your resurrection. But now, the moment of manifestation has arrived. The shift that has been promised for lifetimes is moving toward you. It will sweep through your life like divine wind, uprooting what no longer belongs, clearing paths. Not wait forever. The realm of miracles opens only for those who say yes when it calls. God is weeping because he knows how close you are to breakthrough, yet how easily the distractions of the world can blind you. He sent this message not to scare you but to wake you. The angels have gathered around you, forming a circle of light. In that circle, everything false will begin to dissolve. Every hidden lie, every deceit, every secret plan against you is being exposed in this hour. That is why the spiritual tension has been so high. You have felt it, people acting strange, energies shifting, your intuition screaming louder. It is all because the divine hand is moving, Michael says. Look at your surroundings. Look at what feels off. Look at who suddenly became distant. These are signs. Heaven is rearranging your life. The people who could not go with you into your next level are being gently removed. Do not chase them. Do not cry for what is leaving. It is divine separation, not rejection. God says, you must prepare your spirit because massive changes are unfolding. Doors that were rusted shut will swing open. The phone call you thought would never come will come. The apology that seemed impossible will arrive. The miracle you gave up on is circling back, multiplied. But you must stay alert. There are forces still trying to steal your attention, whispering doubts, making you second-guess divine truth. This is why Archangel Michael says, if you ignore this, if you dismiss it as coincidence, I will step back, not out of anger, but because heaven honors free will. You must choose. God says, my child, your name has been spoken in heaven. I have called you before time began. You have walked through fire and did not burn because I was beside you, even when you thought I was silent. Every delay you faced was divine timing protecting you from hidden traps. You were not being punished, you were being prepared. But now, preparation is over. Activation has begun. The dreams you've been seeing are prophetic messages. You have been receiving downloads, flashes of insight, sudden realizations, bursts of emotion. These are signals from heaven preparing you for your elevation. Michael says, do not doubt what you feel. When you get chills for no reason, when you sense presence in your room, when you hear your name whispered in moments of silence, it is not imagination. It is confirmation. Heaven is nearer than you think. God says, I have seen how long you've been waiting. You almost gave up. You questioned if I still remembered you. But I was always behind the scenes, rearranging what humans cannot touch. And now, I am about to restore what you thought was lost. I will multiply what was stolen. I will replace what was broken. But you must not look backward. The past cannot follow you where I am taking you. Archangel Michael says, your enemies will regret ever touching you. But don't waste time on them. The power of your purpose is greater than their plots. I have already silenced voices that spoke against you. The traps that were set are collapsing. The curses that were spoken are reversing. The energy that was used to harm you will now fuel your rise. The sound you feel in your chest. That vibration of urgency, that sudden restlessness, that's heaven shaking you awake. The time is now. You are not reading this by chance. You are being summoned. The angels have lit a path only you can walk. No one can take your place in this divine timeline. If you hesitate, the opportunity passes. Michael says, I will never help again in this way if you ignore this. You must act. And God whispers, my child, I am crying because I love you so deeply. Every second that you delay is a second your blessing remains withheld. Come to me now. Surrender your fear. Trust me completely. God says, "My child, Archangel Michael stands beside you right now with trembling wings, because this moment is unlike any other in your life. Heaven has issued a divine countdown. It's only for you. 5 minutes remain in the realm of divine mercy before the great shift begins. I am crying to reach you, because I have seen the pain you tried to hide from everyone, the nights you whispered prayers when no one was watching, the tears that fell silently on your pillow while you told me you were fine. You are not forgotten, and I am not silent anymore. You were chosen before you were born for a transformation that the world cannot explain. The time has come when every delay, every closed door, every betrayal will suddenly reveal its purpose. I am removing the old energy, the old connections, and the people who pretended to love you but envied your light. Do not be afraid when I shake everything around you. The storm is not against you, it's for you. The thunder you hear is the sound of chains breaking in the spiritual realm. Michael says, "Beloved, the heavens are opening right now, and your name is being spoken in a tone that vibrates through eternity. I have been assigned to you since before your first cry. I fought battles you never saw. I protected you from things you would not have survived had you seen them. But now, time is fragile. You have 5 minutes to open your heart fully, to allow heaven's order to move freely in your life. If you ignore this, I cannot intervene again until the next divine cycle. You have delayed enough. You have cried enough. You have been silent too long." God says, "The reason I am crying to reach you is because I gave you signs, so many signs, but you kept doubting that they were from me. When the number repeated before your eyes, when the dream returned 3 nights in a row, when you felt that sudden chill and your heart raced for no reason, it was not imagination, it was me. I was calling you out of confusion, out of fear, out of the